What's up, Tiger? Time for your first check-in. Looks like you're actually using the sheet pretty well. I'm going to go over the videos and we're going to go over some stuff I did on your sheet, how to use the sheet. First off, looking at your bench, 15 seconds in, you're kind of bouncing off your chest. Setup looked pretty good. I can't really tell, but just make sure when you're benching, you're pulling your shoulders down and back and squeezing them together, locking your shoulders in place. It looks like you're doing that, but really exaggerate it as much as you can. That looks like a shitty bench. It's not really thick, but yeah, control it the whole way, because the eccentric portion of the lift, the one when you're coming down, is where you're building your strength and building your size. So if you're bouncing off your chest, no bueno. So we're gonna start adding a slight pause in your chest on the 4x3 days. So yeah, once you get down, pause on your chest, then push back up. So the weight's probably gonna stay a little lower. Actually, I'm gonna adjust that. Because it's going to get harder. So we're going to stick with 235. And then potentially hit 240 if you don't overshoot the next week. You looked like you're pretty good in the RPE on barbell bench. Same thing on here. Set up on this bench over here when you do this, so you can use that bench for some stability. Like you can lean on it, put your knee on it, so you can get some more stability. So you can add some more weight without the weight pulling you in. Other thing is just make sure you don't rotate your wrists like this. You're going to keep it neutral the whole way, because that is not doing anything for your back. Your shoulder is the one that rotates your arm. So lock into place. Arm stays in the same path, or the wrist doesn't move in and out. But yeah, use that bench so you can get some more stability. Looks like you're still getting a pretty good contraction though, looking at your face. On here, we already talked about this one. Stay with the same leg the whole time. Other thing is you really need to control the whole way. Once you start doing this with all of your movements, that's when a lot's going to change for you. When you control your body or the weight the entire way, you see how you kind of just like bounce yourself back up. I want you to slowly push back up. You'll see in the other split squat video you did, because you're like bouncing at the bottom. That's probably actually going to be bad for your knee. You just want to stay in control and keep those muscles contracted the entire time. See how you kind of like, you're flailing around. You want to stay tight, keep your core tight, stay in a good position, back straight, to actually get the benefits from the movement. Close grip bench looked pretty good. The one thing, your bar path, you're straight up and down. You want to start about at your chin and then touch your nipples. So it's like at an angle. You're starting here, back up, back down, not straight up and down. But it looked pretty good besides that. This one looked great, but same thing. You're just bouncing the weight. You might even have to go lower, honestly, for this next week. To 230. Go off the RPE. Controlling the weight, you're going to get a lot more benefit than when you're bouncing it. So here you see how that one looked pretty good. That one looked great. Maybe it was the other side. You just start to kind of get lazy with it. You see how you start. See, so that last rep you just like kind of stood up. You didn't actually push back. So you're not actually doing the movement right. So complete every movement perfectly, every single rep. Don't short yourself. Other thing, keep that back leg straight. You're kind of bending it. That's the other thing I wanted to talk about. So see how you're bouncing here at the bottom? I want you to get down in that position, slow and controlled, and then come back up, because you could blow out your knee if you're fucking just launching right into it. So yeah, slow and controlled the whole way. And then the other thing, I'll go back to that other tib raise video, or not tib raise, front fucking split squat. Elevate your front foot if you can't keep your ankle on the ground. So like you can put your foot on, like say this bench right here, and that's gonna help you to where you can keep your foot down and still work the movement. And as you get better and better, you're gonna be able to put your foot lower and lower. Or you can just elevate your heel as we get better on like a plate, but just start high up and keep your foot planted on the ground. Another thing, barbell bench, same thing here. You're just going straight up and down. I want you to start over your chin, come back down your nipples, and then control the whole way. kind of bouncing off your chest right there. So yeah, that's everything I got for the videos. You have the whole update with everything on here. See if I missed anything. Control, fix bar path, yada yada yada. Don't bounce. Keep back straight when you're doing the split squat. Push straight back. Don't just stand up. You're overshooting. It seemed like on that last bench. You really think you could have done 3 more reps? Try to be honest with yourself. The more honest you are, the better we're going to progress. Next week, let's get a video of the chest supported row, dumbbell bench, and dumbbell row. I want to see if you're controlling it the whole way, if your arms are in the right path, especially with the bench and the dumbbell row. I set the weight for you on bench for the next 2 weeks. It should be, I kept the same at 190 on close grip. I actually went down. You went to 195, but we're going down to 190 because I want you to control the whole way, and the reps are increasing every week. So we're going to stay with 190 in close grip. And then barbell bench, you're hit 240, and then or 235, and potentially 240 the next week because you're controlling and pausing on your chest. I think that's all I got for you. Set your weight. Once you find the weights with the other movements, the ones I don't set, you should really be able to stick with them because the reps are going to increase. So try to stick with these same weights. Fill out your athlete intro too. It's in your Google Drive right here next to your plan. Fill that out so you can track your progress. And then the last thing, when you're using the sheet, put your weights over here so that you can kind of give yourself some more feedback on the RP. So say like, oh, I did 80s, but it wasn't RP 7, so you put 80 here at RP 9. It gives you a little more feedback to see if you went too heavy. I think that's everything I got. Paste the videos every week, so take a video from every week and then paste it here. So each week, do intro week, paste that, do week 1, paste that, so I can see the progress each week and not kind of guess where it's from. That's all I got for you. A good fucking 2 weeks. Let's get another 2 in. I'm sure you're going to see some great progress, especially with your mobility, with all the movements we're doing. Have a good one, man. Enjoy Ohio.